Hey there, football fans and fantasy managers. We've got some fantastic news that's sure to put a smile on the faces of Cincinnati Bengals enthusiasts and fantasy football players. Star wide receiver T. Higgins is on the road to recovery, and his return is just around the corner. Stick around for all the exciting details. The Cincinnati Bengals offense found its rhythm last week, and there's even more good news on the horizon. Fourth-year wide receiver T. Higgins, who missed the Bengals' Week 5 game and the electrifying showdown against Arizona, is getting ready to make his grand return. Despite dealing with a cracked rib and carrying a questionable tag into the game, Ian Rappaport reports that Higgins is gearing up to hit the field when Cincinnati hosts the Seattle Seahawks. T. Higgins' comeback is like a breath of fresh air for the Bengals offense. Prior to their game against the Cardinals, the Bengals were struggling and had one of the worst defenses in the NFL. Some of the blame for their sluggish start could be attributed to the calf injury that quarterback Joe Burrow suffered during training camp. The timing between Burrow and his pass catcher seemed a bit off, and Burrow couldn't move as freely as we're used to seeing. Now, having a big-bodied target like the 6 feet 4 inches Higgins back in action should inject some much-needed stability into the Bengals' offensive game plan. T. Higgins, since being drafted as the 33rd overall pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, has consistently delivered remarkable performances. Some might even argue that he's an overqualified number 2 option behind Ja'Marr Chase. In his 50 career games, Higgins has reeled in an impressive 227 receptions for 3,157 yards and a whopping 21 touchdowns. He also led the Bengals in receiving during their Super Bowl 56 matchup against the Los Angeles Rams. The big question on everyone's mind is whether Higgins can step back onto the field and immediately re-establish himself as a reliable fantasy football option. In his 4 starts this season, he was targeted 32 times but only managed to catch 12 passes for 129 yards. However, if you believe that Joe Burrow is back to full health and that the Bengals turned the corner in their last game, then T. Higgins could be poised for a standout performance in the near future. The return of T. Higgins is right around the corner, and it could be a game-changer for Cincinnati's offense and your fantasy football lineup. Are you excited to see Higgins back in action? If you are, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more football updates, and hit that notification bell. Share your thoughts on Higgins' potential impact in the comments below. Thanks for tuning in, and let's look forward to an exciting Bengals game ahead.